Hi, my friends. Good morning. Happy Monday. It's so good to see all of you. Today is Monday, May 4th. So, we started a new month, which is very exciting. I have a story to read to you today. It's called Tops and Bottoms. And this story is adapted and illustrated by Janet Stevens. So, when someone adapts a story, it's a little different than writing the story. This story was taken from an old folk tale, and Janet Stevens took the old folk tale and turned it into a book. A folk tale is from way before they had books where people told each other stories. So maybe someone in your family, a grown up in your family, knows a folk tale that they can tell you. Okay, so I'm going to tell you this one today. It's really good. I'm going to ask you to make some predictions. Do you remember what predictions are? Some smart guesses about what's going to happen in the story. And I attached a sheet for you to try to record your prediction because I'm going to ask you to pause the video and go try to make your prediction. And then we'll see if you were right and your family can send me a picture. Okay, I'm gonna do my best with these pictures. This book doesn't open this way like a book usually does. It opens this way. Okay, look at the cover. Why do you think it might open that way? Tops and bottoms. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. And if you look, so I'll show you just the top part. That over there, is Bear's house, and that's the illustration that we saw just before with Bear sleeping on the porch. Okay, so where do rabbits live? Right? And there's all the Hare family. They live underground. Did you say underground? Okay, we see. Look, I'm going to show you the illustration first. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. Hello, Bear! Wake up! It's your neighbor Hare! And I have an idea! Bear opened one eye and grunted. We can be business partners, Hare said. All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work and you sleep. Huh? Said Bear. So what will it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see, Bear said with a yawn. I'll take the top half, Hare. Right, tops. Hare smiled. It's a done deal, Bear. Now, I know a lot of you have gardens, and so some of you may already be doing a little bit of predicting about what Hare might be doing. So here's the next. Okay, and there he is. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, and I get the bottoms." Anybody thinking? So there's the picture of what Hare gave Bear. And there's the picture of what Hare gave himself. Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. Did anybody know that that might be what happened? Do you eat the top of a carrot? Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again, and this season, I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. How do you think it's gonna go? So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. Show you the top half. Bottom half, there he is. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms, and I get the tops." Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. So there's, looks delicious. I love lettuce, broccoli, and celery. What does the bottom of those plants look like? Let's see. Ooh, how does Bear's look? You think Bear's gonna be happy with that? Bear looked at his pile and scowled. Do your best scowl face. Hare, you have cheated me again. But Bear, Hare said, you wanted the bottoms this time. Bear growled. You plant this field again, Hare. You've tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms. You're right, poor old Bear, sighed Hare. It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear. There they are. So this is where I want you to write down your prediction. What do you think is going to happen? He tricked him once, and then he tricked him again. So what do you think happens next? Hare is promising to give him the tops and the bottoms. You think Bear's going to be happy after? All right, push pause and go talk to your grown-up and then come back and hear the rest of the story. Did you pause? All right, here we go. There he is asleep again. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, then weeded and weeded some more. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms." Any guesses? There, in front of Bear's house, lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every cornstalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear? You get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal." Take a close look at Bear's face. Does he look happy? By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. So there he is. First time we've seen him not sleeping. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. And that is the end. I like this book a lot because unless you're someone that has had a garden or really learned a lot about gardens, you don't know at first what's going to happen because you're not thinking about what part of the plant that you would eat, right? So I have one last question for you guys. Do you think it was okay what Hare did? Can you tell me why or why not? I hope you like that story. I hope you have a fabulous day, and I can't wait to see you all again tomorrow. Bye, my friends.